Does everybody have their paper and pencil ready, or your whiteboard and your marker, or whatever you're writing with today? We are going to finish out our alphabet, our lowercase alphabet. I didn't finish it last week because I forgot we don't do letter formation on Fridays. So we're going to do it now. We're going to finish now. So the first letter we're going to write is R. This is a short line letter. So where does it start? At the dotted line. We're going to pull a line down to the baseline. So everybody write along with me and say it with me if you remember it. Push a line up to just below the dotted line, touching 10 on our clock. Curve up, touch the dotted line. Curve down, touch 2. And there we have a R. Our next one's a little bit trickier. We have a few people whose names start with this letter, but not a lowercase one. Our names start with capital letters. But it looks just the same, it's just a little bit littler. So the next letter we're going to write is S, Z, and S. So this is a clock stroke letter. So we need to move over a space so we don't run into our R, right? So move over a space. We're going to start just below the dotted line, touching our 2 on our imaginary clock. We're going to curve up and touch the dotted line. Curve down, touch 10. Then we're going to go down and across to touch 4 on our clock. My birds are really loud right now. And then we're going to curve down to touch the baseline and curve up to touch 8 on our clock. Okay, our next letter is a tall line letter, so we don't need to move over a full space, but we do need to move over a little bit. The window, I'm trying to get the glare off my board from the window. It's hard to find places in the house where the light's not shining in. All right, this one's a tall line letter. It's a T, a lowercase t. So T's, capital T and lowercase t look a lot alike. They're just different where you cross them. So it's a tall line letter, so it's going to start at the top baseline and pull a line all the way down to the baseline. You're going to pick up your pencil or marker, and you're going to cross it just above the dotted line. Okay. Our next letter is letter U. Its sounds are U, and it's a short line letter. So where's it going to start? At the dotted line. Oh my goodness, the birds just want to participate today. So start at the dotted line, pull a line down to our 8, curve down, touch the baseline, curve up, touch 4, push a line up to the dotted line, and pull a line straight down to the baseline. All right, our next letter is a slant stroke letter. So it is also going to start at the dotted line, but we're going to do a forward slant about half a space over to the baseline, and a forward slant about half a space over to the dotted line. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to do all of our letters. Our next letter looks like 2 of our V's, but it's called W, and it says W. So it's also a slant stroke letter. So we're going to start at the dotted line, make a forward slant stroke down to the baseline. Mine wasn't very good. Forward slant stroke to the baseline. Then a forward slant stroke up to the dotted line. Another forward slant stroke down to the baseline. And another forward slant stroke up to the dotted line. I am definitely going to have to draw another line. I don't know if those birds are just singing, or if they want more food, or if they want some attention, but they want to be part of this video. All right, our next letter is also a slant stroke letter. So it is going to start at the dotted line, and we're just going to do a forward slant stroke down to the baseline. For some reason, whenever I'm showing you how to write these, I make them too wide. And then we're going to go over a space, starting at the dotted line again, and we'll do a backward slant stroke down to the baseline. It's not too bad. Okay, 2 more letters, and then we're finished with our lowercase alphabet. Our next one is also a short line letter. So when I was in school, don't write it like this. This is how I learned it. We did a short slant stroke. So here's our line. We did a short slant stroke and then a long slant stroke like that. That's not how we teach it here. This is how we do it. We start at the dotted line, pull a line down to the 8, just above the baseline, curve down, touch the baseline, curve up, touch 4, push a line up to the dotted line, pull a line down to the baseline, you can't see through my fingers, and then you're going to continue past the baseline a space to 4 on the clock, and curve down and back towards the margin to touch 8. And our last one is a dash stroke letter. Looks like my line's a little crooked there. So we are going to start at the dotted line. Sometimes it's hard to see this first line because it blends in with the dotted line. And we are going to do a slant stroke in the direction we read and write. Sorry, not a slant stroke, a dash stroke in the direction we read and write. And then we are going to do a backward slant stroke down to the baseline. And then another dash stroke in the direction we read and write. So there we have it. R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And tomorrow we'll probably start practicing our capital letters again because we've only gone through those one time, but we practice our lowercase letters a lot.